Shalom. Starting out giving all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, spread throughout the whole world, from the four corners of the earth. This is your Shah coming in with another lesson. And this is the lesson is just titled "The Day of Atonement, 24-hour fast," because currently that's what today is. From the scriptures, we're in the 7th month and on the 10th day. Okay, for those who believe the scripts, of course, you want to break down to the months, there's many brothers doing that. But before I get into the lesson, I just kind of want to speak up on why my channel hasn't been active. My personal channel, of course, I'm involved in the camp, Children of the Light, and we produce, shout out to them brothers. I think they're congregating right now, Yalkanan and Kara and Yerala. But, kind of speaking on my channel, it's been inactive. I've been well, been healthy, things like that. It's just, me being young and being in the truth, man. And a year ago, I remember doing a video on the Day of Atonement, and I didn't really have too much going in life, I worked a little 9 to 5 warehouse, whatever. I didn't really have too much going, but fast forward from a year later, y'all shy, he sent me many blessings, financials and being able to travel and doing, going different cities damn near every week, and I just kind of have to find that life in truth balance, and of course, hopeful elect, I know to just keep striving, just never give up. But without further ado, and I hope this don't end on me. I don't know how much time I got left on this new app, recording app. We're just gonna get right into it, man. So this is Leviticus chapter 23, verses 26 to 32. It says, "And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be a day of atonement." And the definition of atonement is for reparation for sin, because all it is just us, us fasting 24 hours, getting those reparations for our sins from the year before, So it's just basically the Lord, the Lord forgiving our sins from the year before, And for those who believe, for those that have an ear to hear, brothers all across the world breaking that down even more in depth, We keep it going. It says, "It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord." And the definition of afflict is cause pain or suffering to, And of course, we're, the fire offerings; those are done away with. We don't have to make fire offerings in the world today anymore. But I want to speak on that definition of afflict, and that's what it's doing, It's no eating, no drinking, no smoking, no sex, no cleaning, no cooking. You're basically, you're afflicting your soul because your soul is so used to doing all these things, that you have to take one day out of the year to not do these things, And this ain't the only time that we have to fast, We have other days, other high holy days where we have to afflict our souls. And that's why as I speak right now, like slight headache and, thirsty and shit like that. But just think about all the sins that we've committed, And so for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah to give us this one day out of the year to make reparations for those sins, why don't you do it? Where am I at? Verse 28. "And ye shall do no work in that same day, because it is a Sabbath. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God." All right. "For whatsoever soul it shall be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people." Come. And, touching on that, like the elder said, if you could, Elder Tahar, he said, I think this is 2 weeks ago, or the week before this week, or last week, when he was Apostle Street Ministry, he was saying, if you can get this day off, get it. Because honestly, I believe the Day of Atonement is actually today sundown. So it's actually the official day is Sunday sundown. So Sunday, uh, September 4th sundown to September 5th sundown, which goes from Sunday to Monday. But I have to work that day, and I can't get that day off. So I just did it a day before. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to do it to the best of your ability because we still are in captivity. We understand that. It's better to do it the day before, a day after, or 2 days before, 2 days after, than to not do it. But let's see where we at. Hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. It's a little wind, a little rain, but hey, be instant in season, out of season. As Apostle Paul says. But for whatsoever, verse 29, for whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Right. So you don't wanna play with this. Like this is a high holy day. You don't wanna play with this. You don't wanna say, I just got off of work, so I'ma just, make me a little meal, drink me a little bottle of water, and I'll be good. No, it simply says, none of that. It's a day of Sabbath. Afflict your soul. So you don't want to play with this, man. You wanna keep it as holy as possible. And I understand things happen. Some brothers may have children and women, and things happen. You might have to spend some money, not wanting to, or certain emergencies, but at the end of the day, you just want to keep it as holy as possible. And if you do have to go off, pray to the Lord about it. Pray to this between you and the Lord, but just don't go off willingly. I'm gonna read verse 30 again. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Right? And we don't want that. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Okay? So this is what our ancestors did, our forefathers, starting with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all of our forefathers, verse 32, it shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. So like I said, just going back over, you just want to, this day you want to take the time out to study, to make videos, hit the highways and byways if you do, just catch up on the word, rest. Like I say, no cooking, no cleaning, not just like I say what the scripture says, no cooking, no cleaning, and then on a more carnal note, no smoking, no drinking, no sex, no going to visit your homies. I know it's the day of atonement, but I'm gonna kick it with my homeboy for about an hour. I ain't gonna do nothing. Nah, because you're just adding sin to sin. You're gonna do one thing. Damn man, I just ate some chips, and then next thing you know, damn man, we had a little drink, and it's all gonna be bad. So what it says, verse 32, it shall be a Sabbath of rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. Okay. In the 9th day of the 7th month at even, from eve unto eve, ye shall celebrate your Sabbath. Okay. And so that would be, let's see, let me just do some history, because I don't want to be wrong. Also, on the 10th day of this month, it should be Day of Atonement. Okay, so, come on. So, the official Day of Atonement is from Sunday Eve, today, which is today, to Monday Eve. And so, the Day of Sabbath would be from Saturday Eve to Sunday Eve. Like I said, I had to do my Sabbath from Friday to Saturday, and Day of Atonement from Saturday to Sunday, And, like, it's lucky if I'm wrong on those dates, But like I say, you just want to be as holy as possible with it. But I believe I believe that's what it is. That's the correct days. Because I know the Sabbath, this new moon falls on Friday and Saturday. Because the Sabbath before this new moon fell on Thursday and Friday. Okay. So let's see. Now we go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 9, verse 9. Speaking on Yahweh Shah, it says, when I was gone up into the mount to receive the tables of stone, even the tables of the covenant which the Lord made unto you, or made with you, Then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, and that word abode just means simply stayed or rested at, or the place that you stayed. Then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. I neither did eat bread nor drink water. Okay, and for whatever reason, this was, and of course, Yahushua, he had many reasons on why he did this. You know, what was I saying? He afflicted his soul. For 40 days and 40 nights. So just think how, and then this is when Yahushua was on this earth. So he was a man. Just think about how strong you have to be to afflict your soul for 40 days and 40 nights. I believe we was going over this last week with the Akins, and Corral was like, you can't even survive with no water for like 2 weeks. You're done. Or, however long it is. But, so if the Lord Yahushua afflicted himself 40 days and 40 nights, if we want to be more like unto the Lord, then why not take the time out to afflict our soul for one day? Because of course we ain't on Yahushua level, it's the head of the church, well, yeah, Khan, it goes Yahweh, then Yahushua, then man and woman, of course we know his level, but we want to be as righteous as possible. We want to be more like the Lord, so why not take this day out to afflict your soul? And let's see, uh, huh. Let's see if I can find this one precept, okay? Bear with me. How you think of something and you be like, man, let's see, 10 times more like the Lord, Bible verse, KJV. I bet it pop up too. It's the power of Google. There we go. What'd I tell you? So we go to the book of Baruch, just a quick precept on being more like the Lord. Go to the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28, in which Baruch is in the Apocrypha, the red letter book. Baruch chapter 4, verse I'm gonna start at 27. It says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. Okay? And so that says that, we shall be remembered by, that's what the covenant is all about, keeping the covenant that was given to our forefathers, passed down unto us, Y'all by Shem Yahushua, I say you never forget us, as long as we kept the covenant, as long as we don't forget him. So I'm gonna read that again. It says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Okay? So you're a man, you're living in a carnal life, men and women, it don't matter who you are. You're living in a carnal life, you're doing this, you're doing that, you don't know nothing about the truth, you don't know nothing about Israel. And boom, you fall in, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes upon you, you find these things, and you return back to your natural state of mind of being an Israelite man in the truth. Because yes, that's how it's supposed to be, even though this word is all fucked up. We're Israelites, so we're supposed to be in the truth. Even though we know 2/3 of us will die for not being in the truth. But it says, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Right. So we want to be 10 times more like the Lord, man. Like I said, we ain't perfect, but we worth it. Worth it, We wanna be more righteous as possible, because these are the, you know, we're these are the high times, man. We're at the end, man. We're at the end, we probably got a few more months to years before this shit is over with, for those who believe. Let's see. So I'll bring out one more precept. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 46, verse 13. I bring near my righteousness. It shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. Okay? So what does that mean? The Lord, He's gonna bring forth, He bringing near His righteousness, His kingdom. He's bringing it. He's bringing it forth. It's near. It shall not be far off, right? So we don't have too much long before we redeemed, man. Before that 144,000 hopeful elect is redeemed, in the face of the Lord. And my salvation shall not tarry. And what does tarry mean? To not take long, So my salvation shall not prolong, or shall not take too long. And I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. All right. And so that's the whole sum of it, man. We want to be 10 times more like the Lord. We're in the high times. We see what's going on. We see the conflicts between U.S. and Russia and Ukraine, and U.S. and China and Taiwan. And we knowing these things. We knowing the prophecies. We following up on them. We being educated, spreading the words, the lost sheep of Israel. We following the elders on down, elders of GMS on down, with our respected camps. And we know it's high time, man. And I'll bring that out one more time. Isaiah 46:13. I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. All right. So that was the precept on that, man. Just being 10 times more like the Lord and getting ready for salvation. Still got Jacob's trouble looming. Still got World War III looming. Still got the DIFR. And all you got to do is the DIFR chip. And just replace those words backwards, all right? And you see what I mean, You still got that prophecy coming, the mark of the man, the mark of the, you know what I'm saying? We still got all the prophecies coming, So it's just time to, those that endure to the end, same shall be saved. This is the patience of the saints. But with that, man, I just wanted to bring that quick lesson out, and hopefully through the spirit of, not hopefully, but well, yeah, hopefully, everything we do in the spirit is hopeful. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just be able to be more active in the truth, bring more lessons out, Shalom to all the brothers and sisters out there that's doing what they're supposed to do in this truth, keeping the faith going, keeping the spirit going, building the ones around you, iron sharpens iron. But with that, brothers, like I say, time to, hopefully our day of atonement is going good. I got about 3 more hours, man, and then, hey, start my day, start my night, give me a good ass meal. But other than that, brothers, Shalom.